Hello everybody, I'm Kat, and today I'm doing the Book Lover Survival tag. This tag was originally created by Penguin Teen. I've seen this tag floating around in BookTube recently, so I figured, why not do it? The first two books I have in this list go together because they are in the same series, and that is Lady Midnight and Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare. I'd love to reread this book series back to back, and I'm given the perfect opportunity to by being alone on a desert island with 5 to 8 books. This series is my favorite Cassandra Clare series by far. I love these books so much. I just think it'd be so much fun to reread them back to back. I love this series so much. It has like some of my favorite characters. I love everything about these books so much. The next book that I would take along should be no surprise to you all, The Giver by Lois Lowry. I love this book so much. You guys know that. It's one of my all-time favorite books, definitely in the top 3. I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's like up there. If you don't know, this book takes place in a utopian, dystopian society where you are not allowed to feel feelings or see color or retain any new memories. But there is one man called the Giver, and he is the only person who can see color, and he keeps all of the memories for this society, and he feels feelings. I've been actually thinking about continuing on and reading the other 3 books in this series. I think I need to reread this book too because it's been years since I've read it. The next book that I would take along with me on a journey to a deserted island, Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli. I love this book so much. It's so cute. It's so adorable. I love it. I love the characters. I love this book so much. It's one of my favorite reads of the year. This book is about this 16-year-old boy named Simon who is not openly gay. The only person that knows he is gay is this boy named Blue that he's been emailing. But then one day someone discovers Simon's secret and starts blackmailing him, and if Simon doesn't do what his blackmailer is telling him to do, then his secret will be posted all around the school. And on top of it, his relationship with Blue could be ruined if his secret gets out, and also the identity of Blue could also be jeopardized. I'd really want to take this book with me on a deserted island because I'll be all alone on a deserted island surrounded by the 7 books that I've chosen for this tag. I'd feel alone, and reading this book, I won't feel alone because Simon has an awesome squad of friends that I could pretend I'm a part of because I love this book. The characters in this book are so dynamic and I love it so much. The 5th book that I would take along with me to a deserted island is Eliza and Her Monsters by Francesca Zappia. This book follows an 18-year-old girl named Eliza Mark who is very quiet in school. She doesn't have any friends, but online she is Lady Constellation, who is the creator of the popular webcomic series called Monstrous Sea. Millions of people log on every week to see the new pages that she has uploaded, and she's created this whole fandom. It's so cool to see the fandom aspect in this story. And then one day this boy named Wallace moves to her school, and he happens to be the most popular fanfiction writer of her webcomic series Monstrous Sea. But he doesn't know who Eliza is. He just thinks Eliza is another fan of this webcomic series. He doesn't know that she's actually the creator of it. And slowly they get to know each other and kind of form a relationship. And then one day Eliza's secret gets out and it changes everything, including her sanity. It's a recent read for me. I just read it last month. I cried reading this book. I had 2 tears just going down my face because this book blew me away. I love this book so much. And I never cry in books. I've cried in a total of 3 books. This being one of those 3. I laughed, I cried, I smiled. It was great. It was such an emotional ride. It's definitely coming with me on a deserted island when I want to ride on an emotional roller coaster. This book is a book that kind of took me by surprise, but I realized how much I loved it and how much fun I had reading it, because with most of these books, I had a lot of fun reading it, and that's why they're some of my all-time favorite books. And this book is Paper Towns by John Green. It's my favorite book by John Green. It's so much fun. I loved the mystery and I loved the road trip. I loved Q and his friends. This book follows a boy named Q, and he's had a crush on this girl named Margot who lives across the street from him since he was 5 years old. Then one day Margot sneaks into his room through his window and decides to take him on a night where they commit acts of revenge. The next day Q goes to school and Margot is not there. And she's not there for the rest of the week. And he's realized that Margot has run away, and it's up to him to figure out the clues that Margot has left behind and find Margot. I had a lot of fun reading it, and that's why I'd take it along with me on a deserted island because I'm gonna need some fun. And this very last book is kind of like a wild card because I was looking at my shelf trying to figure out 5 to 8 books that I love so much. This book just kept calling out to me remember me? Remember how much you love me? I'm like, oh yeah, yeah, I remember loving this book, so I put it on this list. And that book is The Titan's Curse by Rick Riordan. This book is my favorite book in the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series. I find it to be pretty funny because this is a lot of people's least favorite book. I really love this book because it's so funny, and you have Percy driven to find this one character. I'm not going to say who because spoilers. You have him driven to find this one character, and he cares so much about this character, and it's just so good. I would want to reread this book on a deserted island because we have a great cast of characters in this series. So once again, I won't feel entirely alone when I read it because I'll be surrounded by a bunch of great characters. And once again, I had so much fun reading it back when I read it, and I know that I'll still have so much fun reading it if I read it on a deserted island, or even if I read it today. Alright, and that is it for this tag video. Let me know down below if you've done this tag, and if you want to do this tag, feel free to consider yourself tagged by me so that way you can do it. Yeah, tag videos are fun. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I post videos every Thursday, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!